Get them chops. I'm just messing around. Hey people, today is gonna be different. We had APS Motors to see my man Mimo. Today we're gonna do something different. We're gonna do something called Cars and Canines. Let's go then, come on. Mimo, what's going on, man?
That ain't nothing, man. What's happening with you?
Good, I'm glad I can make it, man. I love this place, man, Jesus.
Yeah, this is APS muscle cars right here, brother.
The first two things that little boys loved growing up before we loved girls were what?
Dogs and cars.
That's what I'm talking about. I remember we'd be sitting on the porch, and I'm like, a car passed by, and I'm saying, that's my car. And we'd be arguing like, no, I called that car first. So you know what, today, all these cars are Mimo, and we're gonna talk about the cars that he have, the projects, and some of my favorite ones. I wanna say my man Mimo is from
Compton.
Is the city I'm from. Can't never leave the crib without a murder weapon.
He's from Compton. This born and raised in Compton.
Born and raised in Compton.
Mimo, you know, we've been knowing each other for years now, right? And you got a lot of cars. This is your thing. You're a union worker as well, so you're making money. This is a hobby to me.
Yeah.
To me, it's a hobby for you, but it makes money. If a hobby makes money, we good.
Money, that's right.
So some of the cars that Mimo has that I truly love, I had no idea that Chrysler was making cars for that long. One of the cars that I still love today is this right here. This is a Chrysler 300. What year is it?
1968. My 1968 Chrysler 300.
And I'm gonna tell you something. I told him, and I told you, Miles, I said, I didn't know that Chrysler made 300 because all I was thinking about is the Chrysler in the 2000 era, right?
Yeah.
But you know what, they go to tell you that Dodge, AKA Chrysler, was still doing it back then, and they do it now. Can you tell me about this car right here, man?
Yes, I purchased this car some years ago. When I got it, it was a project car. I mean, it was rusted out the top. Was
Original color, same color?
Original car. The color, I kind of added a twist to it to change it up, but it did come as a burgundy looking car. So when I purchased the car was just a beat up car. It has a new skin on the top. Everything new came from a newer Chrysler 300. So this top layer of skin here came from a new 300 because the top was just rotted out. So we broke it down to the skeleton, and then we went in and got it all prepped and ready to go. This car is at its original state, original interior. It still has the original motor and transmission in it.
So let me ask you this. What was the point of having two antennas on here?
Well, just to change the dynamics of the car, get the car a little more sleek look, a little more fly look, so it looks more up to date, but
so no
classic.
Functionality, right?
No, it's just they're not functional. They're more so just to make the car totally different.
Man, 4 people can actually really fit in here without a problem.
Yeah, they fit in there, no problem.
You know, I'm a G-body guy.
Okay.
Right, and I don't know about these eras as much, right? You do. You're a car enthusiast. I'm a car enthusiast, but I consider myself a novice at times.
Okay.
At what year did the state of California exclude the cars from being small? 'Cause something goes on where.
Well, the cutoff year is 73 right now.
Okay, so anything older than 73, you don't have to get
worry
small.
about smog.
Okay.
Smog is smog exempt. As long as you pay for your tag and you have insurance, you're good to go.
And the CHP can't do nothing.
Can't do nothing.
Damn. One of the other cars that I started liking a lot, you know what, and now I started loving, my boy who played in the NBA for like 16 years, he bought one like 15 years ago.
Okay.
He had it all done over, and that was the first one that I saw. I was like, damn, them Chevelles look nice. Because I don't remember those growing up, you know. It's like my mama had a Chrysler, she had a sports satellite Plymouth, Road Runner or whatever, right? So I don't remember those cars. But tell me about your Chevelle, the one I like, the black and red.
My 1970 Chevelle came from zero. The car, I purchased it and I restored the car fully. It's been off the chassis, set back down, and then I customized it. It had a 640 horsepower LS with a 6-speed 4080 transmission, 12-volt posi, all red interior. It's a beast. I mean, it's a fun car to have and to drive. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't have it here in my facility right now. It's at my house because sometimes you run out of room and you got other things to do in your place of work.
You get more room, you're gonna get more cars. You know that, right?
Yeah, well, that's good. That's what I want. I want more room so I can have more cars.
So let's talk about another car. This is the one that I have, and I've been having mine since. What's funny, man, is that people have been hitting me up when that when that Super Bowl came out
Right.
with Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
Well, see, people don't realize Kendrick has a GNX.
Yes.
Right? I have a GN.
I have a GN.
Right. So people, I'll explain that in a minute, but I'm like, I've had my since 2005. It's like, you just now getting up on this. It's like, I knew about the black
National.
GN. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I've always loved Grand National. I wanted a Grand National in '86 when I graduated high school.
You know what's funny? Is like, I'm grew up in Mississippi, right?
Okay.
So all the white folks had Grand Nationals.
Right.
Right, and even some of the kids who were privileged, who went to private schools, they would have Grand Nationals. So when I see them driving by, and I said, what is that sound with a jet engine? Like,
Yeah.
I was like, what is that?
Right.
And I was like, it was eating up Corvettes. Matter of fact, people understand this is true history. The Grand National was faster, the fastest car in the quarter. It was killing Porsches.
Yes.
It was killing Mustangs.
Yes.
Corvettes,
Yes.
and any foreign car in a quarter of a mile.
Yes.
Anything after that, it's a goddamn speedboat, unpredictable. And it was a two-door sedan. It's not even a sports car. So tell me about yours, man.
Okay, I purchased this car over 20 years ago. The paint on the car is over 20 years old. The car was painted in 1999.
He took off the handles.
Yeah, everything is remote.
So what do? You do this right here?
No, I just got a remote and I pop the doors with the remote, trunk doors, and it'll open up.
This is almost making it impossible for a guy who wants to steal it. Like, wait a minute, he gotta figure out how to
You
get
gotta
in.
get in here.
Unless you're gonna
You have to break the window.
Unless you're gonna get like the Dukes Hazzards, right? Let's see what's up under the hood.
Yeah, I kept it true GN. It's all 6-cylinder.
Wow. Look at that.
Yeah.
Are you using any alky control?
No alky control, sheer horsepower.
How many pounds of boost you doing?
25 pounds, it'll make over 600 horsepower.
Wow.
It's a 249 stroker, all roller, aluminum heads, match port manifold, ported heads, big turbo, 78 millimeter.
What's your pound of injectors you got in here?
I think they're 58 pounds.
Yeah.
58 pounds.
I had mine, I had my guy,
And I
Lonnie.
got a 23-row intercooler in the stock location.
Yeah, aluminum radiator and everything.
Yeah, radiator,
Down in the
AC.
cooler. Yeah, so I had my man Lonnie at Care Automotive.
Yeah, I know Lonnie.
He made mine where it's has a flex fuel sensor. Now I can go from pump gas to E85 fuel.
Okay.
And it hauls. And I tell people, if you Google Grand National versus Hellcat or Grand National versus SRT or Grand National versus any car, and it's a street race, not a track race or street race, you'll see that most of those cars are being raced in the Midwest when it's cold. Because when it's cold,
They love to go.
hauls.
They love
The colder the air is, because the air is more dense,
dense, right?
it wakes it up. It's almost like when you first crank your car up in the morning time, how it runs fast for like 2 minutes.
seconds.
Yeah, and then once it warms, it gets a little sluggish. This right here thrives on cold air. That's why it's an intercool.
Yep.
And as you know, the Grand National goes back from 85 to 87, but the 85 was basically
Well, 84, 85 is the
84.
same.
Yeah, 84, 85, basically
the turbos
bullshit.
was in the back.
Right.
It didn't really run hard, but when they changed it and brought the turbo to the front,
And
put
they
an
made an intercool
system,
changed the game.
it changed the game of a 3.86 cylinder dramatically.
So one of the things that Mimo did that took me back, I used to have a Hearst O's 1983, black, and it had the Hearst shifters, right? Mimo put the Hearst shifters in the Grand National.
Yep.
I thought that was unique. Now, are
Somebody
all
ever
those
done?
functional?
Every one of them are functional. You have to use an Oldsmobile cable. If don't nobody know that, they only work with Oldsmobile cable. You can't use a Grand National cable for that. And if you look at a lot of things in this car, totally different than any other car you probably will see. Even my door seals, Grand National. Door seals.
You got the digital dash in there.
I got digital dash. My seat belt buckles. A Grand National. I just kind of did a couple of different things to the car. Even my gauges has my name in them. More boost, more oil, more water. And it's a
Is that
digital.
too much like mine?
It's a digital gauge cluster, as you see.
They didn't come with digital gauges, but the other
Aero
T-types did.
Aero Coupe.
Yeah.
Aero Coupe Grand National is the only one that came with a digital cluster
Now,
and a moonroof.
and what Mimo did, which I did too, what I had Liner to do, we actually put functioning louvers in here
In the fenders.
in the fenders
Yeah.
to let
Extract
the car breathe.
heat.
Yes.
Extract heat.
This is a long car. This is what you see in the 70s. And when you park, you're gonna have to park like way in the parking lot in the back where ain't nobody in the front, because you park up on the curb where a sidewalk is, the front's gonna go over the sidewalk.
Yes.
So my question is, how many inches from back to front is it?
225 inches long. Buick Electra, 225, 1976. This the killer blue whale right here.
That's right. Now, what have you done different to this?
I haven't done anything different other than the drivetrain and wheels and rear suspension. It's geared, it has four-wheel disc brake, which they didn't come with the factory. I got rid of the Buick rear end because it was kind of crappy. It didn't hold a good gear ratio, so I put a Chevy 12 bolt underneath it. It's got big disc brakes. It's got a killer 460. It's the original factory block. It's the original factory transmission to this car. It still has the 8-track in it. Only thing I changed interior-wise was the steering wheel, which is a Nardi.
This is a mobile hotel, because the back seat is basically a futon almost. So you really didn't have to rent no hotel. Go to the drive-in movie theater.
There it is.
There it is.
You can sneak people in the movies in this car.
Damn. Camaro SS, what year is it? And I see you
69 convertible with an LS swap.
Now I've noticed a lot of guys who are doing resto mods, they're doing the LS swap. Is that a very common engine to work with?
Yes, it brings a lot more horsepower to the car, a lot of new, less hassles or less problem. Once the car is dialed in, tuned, you ain't gonna tear this engine
It's
up.
bulletproof.
It's bulletproof. As long as you do the right things to it. If you leave it stock, fine, but you still can have issues with the rocker assembly. But these motors here are bulletproof to me. I enjoy that engine.
And guess what, guys? I knew this when I first walked in. It's another Grand National. It's a project right now. Tell me what you're doing in this one right now.
Well, this one getting fully restored. It's been off the chassis. I'm building it for a client. It has a built Grand National motor, built 204R. It has geared rear end. It has big brakes. It has new interior, fresh paint job, everything new. Chassis new, as you can see under the bottom of this car. It's just as shiny on the top and shiny on the bottom. It matches.
Is that aluminum drive shaft?
Aluminum drive shaft.
Wow, you putting all the good stuff in here,
Yeah,
man.
this car will help run just like mine. So the guy saw my car and got infatuated with it when he bought one and brought it to me, and now I'm building him one.
A lot of guys who are doing restoration for people, they're always gonna have this is called a donor car.
A donor car.
So tell me what a donor car is for the people who don't know out there.
Well, a donor car is a car that you take complete apart. You take it, disassemble it. You want for everything that you can salvage off of it, that you could use on another car, you take it off, refurbish it, put it back together nice. If it's functional, and you put it in a new body, which is my 63. This is my donor car for my 63 Bel Air.
Wow. This is almost like the donor car almost serves when you get your driver license, you want to put back, oh, you're a donor.
Right.
So they pull your kidney out and give it to somebody who can use it.
So I took this car, I'm taking this car apart to refurbish this car, which this car will have a LS dual quad, Z11.
Now what is this,
LS?
a 63
Bel Air.
Bel Air, okay.
Yep.
Because for me, it's hard to figure out which ones, like even in the 50s, I couldn't tell if it was a Cadillac or if it's a Bel Air.
Well, you have to know your GM stuff if you're a GM guy. You have to know Chevrolet, Pontiac, Oldsmobile.
You know what Pontiac stands for, right?
Yeah, tell me what it stands for.
Poor old think it's a Cadillac. There's another car that he has, people, that it's not here. A Z28 or IROC?
IROC Z28.
So tell me about that.
IROC Z28, 1990. The Z28, been fully restored. I paid $300 for that car. And with a clean title, and I took the car apart and built it back to where it is today. It has a 377 with a 200R4 with a 12 bolt in it. Custom 12 bolt I had built for it. Four-wheel disc brake, wheel woods. Has all the top suspension coilovers. I mean, it's a mean little machine.
Listen, $300, somebody had to get some groceries.
Somebody.
God damn. Every car you have, you put a little bit of your personal touch on it.
Absolutely.
You always, I always do for me too, because that's my style.
Yeah.
Like some of my cars, I always have that Dodge matte black stripe.
On one side.
Yeah, on one side, right? So tell me about this Nova right here.
Well, this is my 72 Nova. It was premiered on Autotopia. Here we are, another LS swap. The car been taken completely apart again. Like I do, I start from zero and I come to where it is today. Custom paint job. Everything on the car has black lines, internal door jambs, all the trimming, It has a black nose on the front, so when you look at it, it looks sinister coming down the road. Black wheels, and this car is a manual car.
What made you decide to put the black mask on the front and the black tail on the back?
Because they didn't make a Nova with a stripe like they do with Dodge or Chrysler. They have that bumblebee stripe, so I came up with a different scenario for it.
This is your own idea.
This is my own idea.
That's why I haven't seen it around.
No.
You even put your little logo right here.
I got my logo built.
So they
in my car. They know that this car was built by APS Muscle Cars. All my cars get a stamp seal once I complete them. And
I see you painted the bumper black too.
Even the bumpers are black.
Is this chrome?
No, that's real metal. It ain't no fiberglass. It's all steel.
That's what's missing nowadays is cars with real bumpers now.
Yeah, they make all this plastic stuff.
All right, so what is this right here?
This is my 64 Chevelle project on the way. I see 2026, it'll be complete.
The year, you know the year at least.
Yeah, it'll be complete 2026.
I mean, you ain't in no rush.
Nope, it's been fully painted, fully redone. I have every part for it to bring it down and make it drivable. To have a conventional small block Chevy with an overdrive transmission, all tubular upper and lower control arms, coilovers. It'll be a nice project car for me to build for APS.
Let's go ahead and look at this other car. So, Mimo, if somebody wanted to have something built by you, whether it's a complete resto mod or modifications.
Well, you can find me via
Instagram. APS, what's
APS Muscle Cars.
There you go. So tell me about this car right here.
69 Cougar, new purchase. The car will be a driver for a while, and then the highest bidder gets the car. It'll be for sale.
Any engine modification or just complete
it's a clean,
everything
forward. I got the car running excellent.
AC work?
No, I haven't got to that part yet. That's when I get to that, I got to get a new compressor. The owner that I purchased it from told me that the compressor wasn't working, so I'm going to get a new compressor, and the car will have AC.
So what we got right here, Miles?
This is my killer 1967 project car. Once this car is complete, I got everything set up for them in my head. This will be a twin turbo or a supercharged big block 67 Impala.
So what year, 2027 or 2028?
I say 2027. It'll be going to the body shop to get all the modifications, pull it off the chassis, get it ready to go to the blaster, get it blasted, and from there, I'll take the reins on what I decide to do with the parts and what parts I need and what parts I don't.
Now, where do you find your cars?
All over. I don't care where the car is.
Where was this one located?
This was brought out of the valley.
Oh my God, you got an L dog back here, huh?
El Camino, yep. This will be the twin to my 64 Chevelle. I'm gonna have a his and a hers. It's like a his and hers, but this is the truck to be the match to my 64 Chevelle.
What is it, 65?
64.
I was close.
64 El Camino. So the El Camino will match that 64 Chevelle. They'll be twins, same color, same concept. They'll be the same car.
So people, today, you know, like I said, when we came here, the title of this mini-series is called Cars and K9. So everybody I talk to who love cars and got cars, they're gonna have a K9 or two as well. So we're gonna work Chopper. I remember when he got Chopper, when he picked them out, and I'm like, damn, he's gotten bigger bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Mimo's been working with Al Benuelos, one of the guys I work with, trainer. We're gonna do a little bite work with Chopper, see what he's all about. Get them chops. Woo. Oh, God.
Out, out, chop. Out, out. Boy.
All right, Miles. I left on a good note. He won the battle. Until then, be resilient, but be responsible.